To the editor of La Reforme in French, printed March 8, 1848. Dear editor, at present the Belgian government is politically full and completely on the side of the Holy Alliance. Its reactionary rage strikes the German Democrats with unheard of brutality. If our hearts were not so heavy, owing to the persecutions that especially affect us, we would be heartily amused at the Rogia ministry making itself ridiculous with the accusation that a handful of Germans wanted to divorce a republic on the Belgians against their wills. But in this special situation, the ridiculous gives way to the hateful. Above all, dear sir, it is desirable to know that practically all Brussels newspapers are edited by Frenchmen, most of whom fled from France to escape the disgraceful penalties that threatened them there. These Frenchmen had the greatest interest in defending the independence of Belgium, which they all betrayed in 1833. The king, the ministry, and their party followers have used these papers in order to strengthen the impression that a republican-minded Belgian revolution was nothing but a Frenchification, and that the whole democratic agitation, which then stirred Belgium, was aroused by overexcited Germans. The Germans in no way deny that they have openly allied themselves with Belgian Democrats, and they did that without any exultation. In the eyes of the district attorney, this was tantamount to stirring up the workers against the citizens, creating suspicions among the Belgians against their so very beloved German king, and opening the gates of Belgium to a French invasion. At 5 o'clock on the evening of March 3rd, after I received the order to leave the Belgian kingdom within 24 hours, and while I was still making preparations to leave that night, a police commissioner and 10 policemen broke into my residence, ransacked the whole house, and finally arrested me on the pretext that I had no papers. Entirely apart from the fact that the papers, which Mr. Duchatel had given me when he expelled me from France in 1845, were fully in order, I was also in possession of the Belgian expulsion pass, which had been given me a few hours previously. I would not, dear sir, have informed you of my arrest, and the brutalities that I underwent, had it not been for an occurrence that one could hardly imagine, even in Austria. Immediately after my arrest, my wife went to Mr. Jotrand, the president of the Democratic Association of Belgium, asking him to take the necessary steps. Upon returning home, she found, in front of the door, a policeman who told her with exquisite courtesy that she only had to follow him if she wanted to speak to Mr. Marx. My wife gladly accepted the offer. Marx was not there. Then he asked her rudely who she was, what she was looking for in Mr. Jotrand's house, and if she had her papers with her. A Belgian Democrat, Mr. Gigot, who had followed my wife and the policeman to the police bureau, expressed indignation at the commissioner's senseless and shameless questions and was silenced by the policeman, who seized him and threw him into jail. Under the pretext of vagrancy, my wife was led off to prison in City Hall and locked up in a dark room with prostitutes. At 11 o'clock in the morning, in full daylight, she was escorted by gendarmes to the tests from all sides. She was kept in single confinement, exposed to the injustice of the season and the most disgraceful talk of the policemen. Finally, she was brought before the examining magistrate, who was completely surprised that the police, in their capacity as guardians, had not also arrested the children. The interrogation could not be anything but a farce, since my wife's whole crime consisted of the fact that, despite her belonging to the Prussian aristocracy, she shared her husband's democratic ideas. I do not want to go into any more details about this scandalous occurrence. I only want to mention that after we were released, the 24 hours were up, and we had to depart without being able to take with us even the most necessary thing: Karl Marx, Vice President of the Democratic Association of the Belgium. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the thoughts of Karl Marx through his personal letters. If you found this video enlightening, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and fellow learners. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more intriguing historical and philosophical content. Click the bell icon to stay updated with our latest releases. For those interested in exploring more about Karl Marx and his writings, check out our homeschool resource link in the description below.